What do we got? Hi. So, hi, my diet disruptors. Another day, another trip to Costco, and I always get feedback that you all like my Costco shopping trips. So I try to go live after I go, before we put all of our stuff away, so you can see what's there and what is a good thing to get. Okay, so let's just review. We eat PFC, right? Protein, fat, and carb every 3 hours. We start within an hour of waking up, and we don't diet. There's no counting calories, none of that kind of stuff. We eat the right portions of proteins, fats, and carbs. Now, the reason why we put all those three together, right, is because carbs are actually good for us, and our body needs them. They're called the macronutrients, the 3 nutrients, the macros that our body needs. And so when we deprive ourselves of one of them, our body gets all out of whack, right? So carbs, good carbs, are the best, where we're eating whole foods, that they're not filled with junk and garbage and all of that kind of stuff. Good fats, good healthy fats, and clean proteins as much as possible. However, the beauty of eating PFC is that when we can, we eat healthy and correct, right? Which means we eat clean as possible. But when we can't eat healthy, we also just eat correct, which is PFC. So, you know, when you have kids and you do PFC every 3, it's hard to do all clean all the time with them, right? And the fact is that the combination of the 3 balances your blood sugar consistently over time or over the day. And when that happens, your body's metabolism starts to boost, and you literally, it is like the anti-diet, and it does all the things that we want a diet to do. But we deprive ourselves and we feel miserable, and then we can't do it for a long time because our body's all messed up and slowed down. All right, so what did I do? What did we do? Oh, here's my spoiler. I didn't go to Costco this time. My husband went. I love Costco, but isn't it overwhelming when you go? I'm just like, give me some likes if you're like, yes. It feels like a second job. And I have like a lot of work with all my consulting, so it feels like a 6th job. And so today it was just like a rainy day, and I just felt like wearing sweatpants. So my husband was like, I'll go to Costco for you, which is actually a really better idea because we spend a lot less money when he goes versus when I go. Because tell me if this happens to you, but you add a lot more to your cart than is on your list. Am I right? He has a tendency to do this. He bought gloves and he bought like stuff but way less than what I would buy. So this is what we got. So this he bought not on the list, but let's look at it together. Cauliflower stalks. You probably see it backwards, right? All right. So 1 serving is 24 stalks. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to read a label real quick. There's 7 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, so you could subtract the fiber, so it's 17 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein. We're not counting the protein because it's not a complete protein. It's a vegetarian protein that's not complete. The ingredients, I can't pronounce one word. It's not bad. This isn't terrible. This is processed, right? This is processed food. But when you can really look at the ingredients and see that everything looks okay in here, this is good. See that? He doesn't know what he's talking about sometimes. So 24. See how they taste. All right. This is good. Okay. We can do this. 24 of these. So this is about a really good serving. A decent carb and fat for a woman or for a kid. So what would you add to this, everybody? Protein. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. I forgot they're all over. All right. Look at that. Nobody has it. All right. These are my favorite. The avocado mash. 8 grams of fat. And there's no carbs in here. If you think about it, 5 grams of carbs, but 4 grams of fiber. So nothing. This counts as fat. I love this. Put this in your lunch. Like, we talk about meal prep. You don't have to do a lot of meal prep when you buy smart. I don't do a lot of dairy because dairy makes me break out, as I have learned over the years. But butter, it's a fat. There's protein in butter because it's an animal-based food, so people think that this can count as a protein, but it doesn't. It counts as a fat. Okay, chia seeds are superfood, so good. Do you know that you have to grind these up though? They will get all caught up in your system and it's really bad. In fact, I know somebody that swallowed a tablespoon of chia seeds and they had to go to the emergency room. It was terrible. So make sure you grind them. Even if they're already little tiny, you grind them. Let's look at the chia seeds. This is an awesome fat. It goes in our shakes every single day. There's 9 grams of fat. The shakes that we use already have about half of the fat that we need, so I don't usually do a whole serving. But we grind it up in the blender. 9 grams of fat. There's 13 grams of carbs, but 10 grams of fiber, so really not a carb. You would still, and chia seeds are a complete protein, actually. One of the very few vegetarian proteins that have all 9 amino acids that we need. And so 5 grams of protein in this serving. But the thing is, people think this is a protein. This isn't enough protein, so you want to add more protein to this. I count this as a fat with a little bit of protein. Coffee. We don't do that much coffee in this house. Coffee is the most acidic thing that you can have, but 1 cup a day when you're, my clients that are on the 4 Weeks Wellness Challenge, you know that you don't do coffee for a month just because we're cleaning out our system, we're getting ourselves all alkaline and stuff, but it's okay to have, once. Vitamin C is really big in our house. I am not sure that I like this. I asked my husband to get vitamin C. He got the Airborne vitamin C gummies. I will say we all like the gummies better. But let's see. There's a lot of sugar in this. Ooh, this is not good. Nor he's going to have to return that. Okay, always have salad. You can make anything into a salad for extra, like some people feel like you're having more to eat. Make anything a salad. It's totally free. We just consider this a freebie. So make anything a salad. People are always surprised when I buy this, and I don't buy these a lot. But for my kids, I have a daughter that loves goldfish. And I am all about, we do not allow food to make us feel guilty, but we do understand what is going to fuel our bodies the best, right? And I talk to my kids about eating as healthy as possible, always eating PFC and eating as healthy as possible. So my kids know this very much, but in school snacks, sometimes Ellie always will ask for goldfish. So I said, I will get you these containers of it, even though a little bit more. One package is about a decent serving. And so I'm not one to want to count out goldfish because I don't want her to think that we have to it isn't about limiting our food, but it is about being smart with our food. And so when I talk to her about servings, it's just I don't want to count out 25 goldfish. It just feels like we're on a diet. So I'm like, one of these is okay if you have your protein with it and not every single day. This is interesting. So we're an ice cream family, even though I only have ice cream once a week or so. But remember, ice cream is a carb and a fat. So there you go. But my kids love Hershey syrup. And this is interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it tastes just like Hershey syrup. And it has 5 ingredients. So it doesn't have high fructose corn sugar. It has sugar, don't get me wrong. 11 grams of sugar in a serving. But no high fructose corn syrup. So it's got, better stuff. And it's, so if you're going to do it, just go at it that way, okay? Holly, you're getting a Costco. You guys, I always get this turkey breast. This is such a good lean protein. You got to do that. We eat a lot of apples. This is a great carb, so we do apples. What else did we get? Oh, I told him. I said, do we need protein bars? And he said no, and then he got protein bars. These protein bars, I actually know the manufacturer of them. They have whey protein in them, which is dairy-based, which isn't great for me, and honestly wreaks havoc on all of our systems. You don't want to do whey every day. I'm writing a blog post about that every day right now. But I will say that they're so darn good, especially the cookie dough are my favorite. I go through it and eat all the cookie dough and then I'm left with all the chocolate, which is good. But anyway, these are a really good PFC balance. So this can count as a meal. So people think, eating 5 or 6 times a day, because if you eat within an hour of waking up and you're eating a PFC meal every 3 to 4 hours, you're eating 5 or 6 times a day. And people are like, I can't eat that much. And I'm like, but you can, because I have coached surgeons, teachers, nurses. I have people that literally travel all the time, and we can make it work. And one of the ways you make it work is have protein shake or protein bar if you need to. And that makes it so much easier. What else do we have? He bought gum, cucumbers, tomatoes, strawberries, blueberries. I love these sweet little peppers. This is a basic shopping trip. We tried to keep the list small. These are so good. These don't have the nutritional thing on here. I hate when that happens. They're like, go to the website for the nutritional contents, which drives me crazy. But I believe that, like, I remember. I looked these up. Somebody knows, write it in, how many carbs. But these are carbs, but you need a lot of these to equal the amount of carbs. So I just have a few of these, and I'll have some other carbs on the side. Not at Costco, but a lot of you know Thin Stackers are like my favorite.
Didn't make that.
Rice cakes. Oh, yep, frozen strawberries. My husband's so cute. He's coming in to show me. Frozen strawberries, always good carb for our protein shakes. I prefer a protein shake over protein bars because protein bars are over processed, right? And if you're doing a protein shake, at least you're getting a lot more whole food. I do my protein shake with, I have millions of shake recipes. If you want a shake recipe, tell me and I'll send it. I'll send you the link. Good protein shake, vegetarian protein shake. That's a complete protein. Please don't have whey every day. But adding strawberries, and I can't find the organic strawberries at Costco right now. But that, oh, Stacy, hang on. I'll show you that. The strawberries are a good carb. Do you know it's like 1-to-1 for carbs and strawberries? You can have a lot of strawberries for your carb. Have a good vegetarian complete protein shake. There's not a lot out there, but that's the best kind to have. Have it with almond milk or coconut milk, unsweetened, and then add the strawberries to boost up your carbs. And I add the chia seeds or a little bit of flaxseed oil or a little bit of avocado. Costco used to have those frozen avocado chunks. They're gross on its own, but they were good in a shake, and it gives you a creaminess of a shake. Okay, you wanted to see the Hershey syrup. It's Hershey's brand. I know it's backwards to y'all. Simply 5. I have seen this in the grocery store. I had not seen this at Costco before. This is going to last us like 2 years. It's best until August 2020. So we'll be fine. Maybe we'll give one away. Okay. We sometimes get these, the stuffed peppers. Have you guys ever had the stuffed peppers?
$4.50 meal.
This is a $4.50 meal?
Yeah, that's all it costs.
Did you do the math? Oh, per pepper.
I don't know. Oh, must be per pound. Okay, $15.
Oh my gosh,
$15 meal, still cheap.
$15 meal. So this is a protein, fat, and carb. Like one of these, it might be a little bit more than, I don't know. I get, like, the beauty of it is when you work with me and you work with my team, like, you'll know exactly the portions you have. So right now, like for my free group, like I can give you like general guidelines. I usually say protein's about the size of your palm. Your carb and your proteins, you want to be the same, and fat, you want to be about like, I say like 2 dice. It's hard to kind of measure that. But once you know that and you see what the portions look like, then you can really kind of eyeball it. But also a really good way to know this too is if you're eating protein, fat, and carb every 3 hours and you're getting hungry every 3 hours, then you know that your metabolism is boosting. So that's really good. If you have questions about why the other stuff isn't the right approach for our nutrition, like I have a blog on keto, I have a blog on intermittent fasting, I have actually more information. My blog on food is fuel is a really good one to really look at PFC every 3. And why diets fail, why you shouldn't do anything else, because diets suck. Anyway, one of these is so yummy. We often will take it the next day to work, and we freeze this too, and they freeze really well. So they're not the healthiest, right? Like I call healthy being gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, low in sugar or sugar-free, right? These have dairy in them. but I don't think there's any gluten or no. I think there's breadcrumbs in here, so there's gluten and dairy, and there's other stuff because they make it, and there's some stuff in there. So this isn't. I would not call this healthy, but I would call this correct. And so this is like a busy day, and I don't have anything else to eat, and it's way better than fast food. So there's that. I think that's about it. We didn't do a major shopping trip this time. Anything else, Peter?
Felt major.
It did. I know.
I think that's.
Oh, chicken. We always buy the
Yeah, it's in the
organic
freezer.
chicken. That's in the freezer right now. Sweet potatoes, veggies, that kind of stuff.
I'm thinking about that turkey breast, that sliced turkey breast thing I showed you.
Oh yeah, Peter was just talking about how they have that whole big turkey breast that we could slice ourselves because it's like $3.99 a pound, but it's not organic. And the sliced turkey that we get is organic. So I'm gonna think about that. All right, that's it. That's all of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love showing you my Costco stuff. It actually motivates us to go to Costco because I feel like I'm helping you after I go. Anyway, if you want any of the resources I talked about, drop a message in the comments and I will send it to you. Good night.